All right, thank you for watching. Is it wrong to miss church? Well, it's wrong for me to miss church. I don't know about you. Romans chapter 1, verse 12, that is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith, both of you and me. And when you go to church, your faith comforts you, but it also comforts others, and their faith comforts you as well. There's just so many mutual blessings that you can receive from going to a church. So that's why I say that, I don't know about you, but it's wrong for me. I mean, practically, there's just so many blessings from going there. I don't want to take a legalistic approach. I mean, it could be done. I know the verses people use and they get really extremely legalistic about it. Hebrews 10:25, let us not forsake the assembling of ourselves together. You're not forsaking the assembling when you have to miss church, but you are forsaking the assembling when you give up on the church. That's forsaking the assembling. And a lot of times you got police officers that have to work on a Sunday, and we can understand that. Usually it's a rotating shift, and they can go to church on the next Sunday. And the same way with the fire department, same way with the military. Even the military's got chaplains. If you're in a combat zone, they got chaplains there for you. I mean, if you want to be in a church service, you can. Really, you can. There's a service there for you somewhere at some time. Many years ago, I was a truck driver, and I was driving the road. Sometimes I drove on the weekend, and I would even pull off and visit a church, if I was on the road. And I enjoyed that because I got to meet new people and visit different churches, and that was a blessing. And if they had like Sunday school classes, I always tried to go to the oldest men's class. For me, I wanted to go where the wisdom was at, and I felt like, obviously there's wisdom in all the classes, but for me, I want to get around the older men and just sit there and listen to what they have to say, and just glean from what they had to say. And pretty much it was a lot of good stuff there. I would look at your life, and if there's something that's keeping you out of church, I would examine yourself and figure a way that you can be in church. I wouldn't make it a pattern or a habit to have to miss church. If something comes up and you got to miss, then it happens at times. Like maybe spring is here, and you want to take a 4-day weekend, take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You want to go to the beach? Well, go enjoy yourself. And while you're there, think about it. You could even visit a church there. And I mean, for me, I would. If you're going to miss it that one Sunday, that's up to you. But I wouldn't. I would want to, even going to the beach, I would pick out a beach church somewhere. Actually, believe it or not, there's churches that actually meet on the water. I've heard about churches like that. And there's churches that meet on beaches too. There's all kind of variety of ministries out there. Even, if you're going to the mountains on the weekend, there's churches up in the mountains. A lot of churches in the mountains. You can go there. I would look at it as an opportunity. I don't want to be legalistic about it here, but if there's something that's keeping you habitually from going, I would examine yourself real closely. For example, if you like going to bar rooms late Saturday night, is that keeping you out of church on Sundays? That's what you got to ask yourself. If it is, I would get that out of your life. I mean, like fast, get it out of your life. Anything that's standing in the way between you and your relationship with the Lord and drawing you closer to the Lord, I'll get it out of your way. And I don't mean to sound like that legalistically. If there's something else, if you got something in your life that's keeping you out of assembling with the saints, I would, rather than miss going to church, I would remove that out of your life. I'd make some changes there. There's just so many benefits from going there. And I mean, you go there and you sit and you listen to somebody preach and you listen to them teach, and you can take notes and learn and go home, and you got something. When I go to church, I want to get something from God. I really do. I want to hear from God and see if there's something there that I can take home with me. And it's not always from the preaching. Sometimes I've been at church and I heard something, and then somebody else I was talking, and while this was fresh on my mind, this person said this, and something else sprung up in my mind that was a blessing to me. And I've preached in churches before and had somebody come up to me and thank me for saying something. And I'm like, you're welcome, but I didn't say that. They got a blessing from somebody else in the church, and they were giving me credit for it, and it wasn't from me. It wasn't from me. It was from somebody in the church. just sometimes, like, I like to go to church early. I like to go to church early and talk, and then, like, if they have multiple services, you can, like, between services, talk with people and talk about Bible and, things like that. And sometimes they have a coffee pot there. You can sit around and drink coffee and talk, and there's so many blessings. And, like, I'm going to church tomorrow. I'll be preaching tomorrow, and I look forward to preaching, but I look forward to meeting the saints and listen to them as well. And I realize you go and you shake a lot of hands, but that's not what it's all about, just shaking hands. There's so much more to glean from in a church. I mean, there's so many things, so many things. Even when you park your car, I go to church on foot, but when you park your car, even in the parking lot, you're seeing people and talking with people, even outside, standing around and that kind of thing. And it's just so much going on. You make new friends, and you have the right kind of friends. I don't have any children, but if I did have children, that's where I want my friends to come from, a church. That's where I want my friends to come from. I don't want my friends to depend on, I don't want my children to depend on the wrong kind of friends or make friends with the wrong kind of people. And I would want my kids to make friends with spiritually minded adults. That's what the kind of friends that I'd want my kids to be around. So anyway, I hope this little devotion, conversation, if you will, has been a blessing to you. And myself, I'm looking forward to church tomorrow. So thanks for watching.